blasting out the biggest hits all over the internet on the best online station. This is 96 Radio. Newer, fresher.
To the Batmobile. Let's go.
Newer, fresher. 96.
On today's show, we're going to be talking about the average American and how often they say they are tired. That's coming up, as well as Target. They're no longer going to be accepting this as payment. We'll find out what it is. And Taco Bell is doing something new that you would have no idea they would actually go in to do this. We'll tell you what it is coming up in just a few more minutes as we have more of the Terry Dean program coming up.
Newer,
Fresher hits.
96. Newer, fresher.
Di tiket.com, rencanain liburan bisa seasik ini. Tapi saat liburan gak sesuai rencana,
masuk kantor ya.
No stress, semua beres. Ada tiket 100% refund. Kamu jadi bisa refund bahkan sampai -1 penerbangan. Kepastian 100% uang kembali dan pastinya untuk semua alasan. Pesan tiketmu dengan tiket 100% refund hanya di aplikasi tiket.com.
96.
Hi, this is A.Rivai.
Newer, fresher. Turn up the volume. 96. Newer, fresher.
Let's go.
What's going on, guys? This is Post Malone.
I'm Doja Cat. This is Ariana Grande.
We are Maroon 5. This is Calvin Harris, and this is #1 for hit music.
96. Newer, fresher hits. 96.
Now, this is odd. According to foodandwine.com, Taco Bell is opening a retirement community for young people near San Diego. Now, it is just a gimmick. It's only going to be open for one weekend, I guess August 17th through the 18th. They're going to try to attract more Gen Z customers by leaning into grandma core, is what they're calling it. A lot of the stuff that people think that old people do, they think it's cool, they're going to be able to do that at this Taco Bell resort. They've got passes, which cost them $50 a day, or for $150, you can get lodging for 2 nights, plus a, quote, elevated Taco Bell dining experience. What does that mean? Like free access to the toilet? I don't know.
Newer, fresher hits. 96.
Now, I am one of those persons who, yes, has a checkbook. Yes, I occasionally write checks out of it. Just the other day, I had to write a check for something. And luckily, the place took it. But Target is no longer doing that. We're going to give you the details coming up as we have more of the Terry Dean program on the way.
Pilihin dong foto aku. Yang bagus yang mana nih? Ade, nyetir aja dulu, jangan selfie-selfie. Yang ini, cantik nggak? Jelek ya? Ulang. Awas di depan. Aduh.
Jangan menggunakan smartphone ketika mengemudi. Waspada di jalan, tertib, dan toleransi.
This public service announcement brought to you by 96 Radio. Newer, fresher.
Newer, fresher hits. 96.
I remember when I first had my very own checking account. Couldn't keep it. Couldn't book worth a darn. But luckily I've gotten better. Target recently announced that they will no longer accept personal checks. As a matter of fact, it was Monday just last week that they stopped doing so. They say it shouldn't upset too many people because they didn't take a whole lot of checks to begin with. And apparently it also slows up the line because if you have some money, you want to write out a check to somebody, it does slow down the line a little bit. So there are plenty of places that still do accept checks, by the way. Believe it or not, they even said that Target said that Walmart takes checks. They say if you want to write checks.
Newer, fresher, 96. Newer, fresher hits, 96.
Asia Pop 40.
What's going on, Asia? This is Joey Chow. And this week on the show, we'll be counting down all the tunes you've been streaming the most this week on your devices. It'll be all the songs you know and love, as well as the latest and the greatest tracks from all over the world. This is Asia's own charts, and you won't want to miss it. All that and more on Asia Pop 40. Every Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. right here on Ninetysix Radio. Ninetysix Radio.
96.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Hi, I'm Sabrina Carpenter, and this is
96. Newer, fresher.
So how often do you think you say out loud to another person, "I'm tired"? It's probably more times than you think you do. We'll have the average of what scientists were able to look at. That's coming up in just a few more minutes as we have more of the Terry Dean program on the way.
The station with all the hits. Check it out.
Ariana Grande.
24K Golden. Justin Bieber. This is my station.
96. Newer, fresher. 96. Newer, fresher. 96. Newer, fresher.
Makes me feel good.
The Weekend.
Hits. 96.
Just a great feeling.
96.
Now, I bet at least once already today you've told somebody, "I'm tired," haven't you? Yeah, probably you did. According to SWNSdigital.com, there was a poll that found that almost 1,500 hours a year you're feeling tired. The average is 4 hours a day, or 1,460 hours a year. Around a third of people said that they are even more tired than that. 58% of us will avoid people or social interactions because we're too tired to just deal with it. 34% have skipped an event. 27% have canceled plans with friends. 33% of people said that they usually just try to push through and keep going. Most of us aren't even pretending we're wide awake, though. The poll found that the average person will say, "I'm tired," out loud at least 3 times in a day.
Hai kawan muda, sekarang kamu bisa dengerin 96 Radio via Noise.
Here's the thing about countdown shows. You know exactly how they're going to end. But here's the thing about my countdown show, World Pop Radio. Yes, you know it's going to end at number 1. But each and every week, we count down the hits from a different country, all in an effort to show that no matter where you go on this big globe of ours, typically, we're all connected together through a universal love of music. Catch World Pop Radio, Thursdays and Fridays from 10 a.m. on 96 Radio.
Newer, fresher.
Duh, udah telat banget nih gue. Ini lagi di depan. Lama banget sih jalannya. Lewat trotoar aja ah.
Aduh, sejak kapan sih trotoar bisa dipakai sama pengendara motor? Kalau kayak gini kan jadi gue yang sakit.
Aduh maaf banget Mbak. Mbak gak apa-apa kan Mbak?
Gak apa-apa gimana? Ini tuh trotoar, bukan jalan raya.
Penggunaan trotoar selain untuk kepentingan pejalan kaki adalah pelanggaran dan bentuk perampasan hak pejalan kaki.
This public service announcement brought to you by 96 Radio. Newer, fresher.
96.
Well, there's one guy in the UK who definitely was not, going for the danger zone here when he was trying to get away after robbing a bank. We'll talk about this getaway driver and his mad staying under the speed limit skills coming up in just a few more minutes here at the Terry Dean program.
96. Newer, fresher.
Something hot is coming in this October 2024. You want to get rock? Yeah, it's time to have a good time. Rock your body. Firehouse. Live in Indonesia. Friday, October 18, 2024. Live from the Casablanca Hall, Jakarta. Let's have a good time with Firehouse and bring back all your love memory. Firehouse. Live in Indonesia. Friday, October 18, 2024. Live from the Casablanca Hall, Jakarta. Get your tickets now. More info. Click firehousejkt.com. Brought to you by Color Asia Live.
96.
Well, this happened over in the UK just a few weeks ago. A getaway driver who refused to break the speed limit after police were led on a chase. Now, I'm kind of thinking, the same type of thing as like the O.J. Simpson slow, Bronco chase thing, except with like minis driving around. That's what I've got in my head. Anyway, these were a couple of rompers who got away with a lot of money from a bank, and every time they hired their driver who went through a restricted speed area, he would slow way down, allowing cops to catch up. He'll rob a bank. Oh, but oh no, he's not going to get a speeding ticket for that.
Hai kawan muda, sekarang kamu bisa dengerin 96 Radio via Noise.
96. Newer, fresher.
Hey, I'm Alan Walker.
Hello, my name is Putri Ariani.
96. Newer, fresher.
One of the all-time, get you all pumped up, ready to go, fight or drive fast or whatever type of, songs from the 80s was released on this day. Find out which song we're talking about.
96.
Jonas Blue.
Newer, fresher. 96. Newer, fresher hits. 96.
Let's find out what happened on this day in 1974, where the movie Death Wish was released, starring Charles Bronson. In 1978, the movie Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band was released. That film was a stinker. It starred Peter Frampton and the Bee Gees. In 1980, Peter Sellers, the actor, died of a heart attack at the age of 54. In 1982, Survivor's Eye of the Tiger from Rocky III hit the U.S. pop charts, stayed #1 for several weeks because it rocks. In 1984, after 4 Super Bowls, Terry Bradshaw retired. And in 1985, Disney decided to release a non-G-rated cartoon. It was called The Black Cauldron. Its cult following. But back then, it was very scandalous and was a box office failure.
Newer, fresher. 96.
Hands up, everybody, let's go!
I'm Doja Cat.
This is Kid Leroy.
I'm Jl.Kapten.
This is Post Malone.
Hi, I'm Camila Cabello. It's time to get back to the music. Turn it up.
96. Newer, fresher hits. 96.